Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for hopping on tonight's Detox Diva call. Super excited to be bringing this information to you. I know last week I took the night off and Coach Marcus played a replay, and y'all got some great tips for enhancing your parasite and liver cleanses. I loved seeing the comments on that replay. Sometimes it's good to go back and watch those. Tonight was going to be a replay, but I just couldn't do it 2 weeks in a row. I didn't feel like I was giving it my all or stepping into my normal potential. So I went ahead and did a presentation. I'll probably go deeper into this as we get into the holidays. But tonight we are going to talk about holiday sugar survival and how the GLP-1 keeps you in balance. So we've talked so much about the liver, we've talked so much about parasites and such over the past couple weeks. We did a 6-week series on insulin resistance, but it's time to bring that back down because we are getting into the holiday season when we may not be as focused on healthy eating. We've got so many different treats and things that are coming at us. And so I thought tonight was a great night to cover this as we prepare. Number one, our monthly orders. I want to give you guys time to get that switched around, but also so that you can start learning more about it so you're able to talk to your friends. And so these are kind of the seeds that are being planted. So you are equipped to have that knowledge to talk to your friends as we go forward into the holiday season. So holiday sugar survival, how GLP-1 keeps you in balance. So the liver is the body's metabolic control center. We learned that you can't lose weight until your liver is functioning correctly. And it's regulating insulin, fat burning, detox pathways. And if the liver is overloaded with toxins, processed foods, or stress, it gets stuck in that fat storage mode. And before we go any farther, I do want to take a quick sidestep here and just introduce this amazing power couple. I was talking in a private chat today about orders and shipping and everything like that. And if we ever get into, like, say, Black Friday, when all the orders are coming in from everyone taking advantage of those amazing sales, Paula and Ben are the type of CEOs and company owners that are in the warehouse packing shipments to get sent out. So there's little to no delay. So we're truly grateful for such servant-hearted leaders. The company is very purpose-driven, always putting people first, as I just explained. We're earth-friendly, committed to sustainability every step. We are farm direct, sourcing organic, non-GMO ingredients straight from farmers. There's no middlemen ever here. And we proudly back every product with a 60-day buy it and try it guarantee. And we've got over 200 products, over 8 years of constant growth. And HBN is built on authenticity, transparency, and fairness, creating a place where everyone can thrive. So it is time to step into your full potential. And we challenge you to enhance your life and positively impact those around you starting today. If you're a customer or someone brand new to the call, welcome. We are so glad you are here. Please use this as an opportunity to introduce yourself and let everybody love on you that is in the group, and they can say welcome and give you some love. Our formulator is Alexandria Brighton. Alexandria Brighton is a world-renowned formulator with over 30, I would say pushing 40 years of experience in the Ayurvedic medicine, aromatherapy, herbal, and natural remedy world. This beautiful partnership where Alexandria, Paula, and Ben are working together is based on Alexandria's unconditional trust and belief in Ben and Paula. And in 2012, they had formed a partnership to offer Alexandria's very unique boutique style formulations of essential oils and products and stuff exclusively through our sister company, Go to Sauna. And later, then in early 2017, Heart and Body Naturals was born. So before we go any farther, we're going to be talking a little bit about some health conditions and things like that while we are talking. So I want to make sure that everybody fully understands your health is your wealth. Please make sure to do your own due diligence use this information as a launch pad for your own research. Always talk to a qualified healthcare provider. Nothing we say tonight is intended to diagnose, treat, cure any diseases or such. It's informational, educational. Some of it's my own personal experience, and some of it's research that is backed by science that you can look up on PubMed. And then make sure that you consult with a qualified healthcare provider. So my name is Tina. Hi, my friend. I am a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a homesteader who's passionate about helping others feel their best inside and out. I founded the Detox Divas when I joined the company in 2021. There really wasn't a product education focused platform for our customers. And I love to talk products and educate. And so I just started talking about the different products with some people in the company, and we turned it into a weekly format where you guys show up. And I'm so grateful for those of you that show up every week. I'm so grateful for the people that are here for the first time. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share my passion with each of you. So we are going to revive, thrive, and feel alive once you start getting on these products and using them on a daily basis. So let's first start off. Since we are talking about cravings and food choices over the holidays, we're going to pause real quick and talk about the gut-brain, the gut insulin connection, and why your microbiome matters so incredibly much. So your gut bacteria directly influences insulin sensitivity, fat storage, inflammation, unstable blood sugar leads to cravings, energy crashes, brain fog, mood swings, stress eating. Been doing a lot of that. Hormonal imbalances that block weight loss or cause weight gain, really. And every time you eat something, your blood sugar rises. And if it spikes too high, insulin floods your entire system to try to bring that back down. And that high insulin locks your body into fat storage mode, making it difficult to burn fat. Did you know that? I had heard that. I knew something about it, but I didn't realize like how it was so anchored into each other. And even with a healthy diet, if your insulin is out of whack, you're still going to have a hard time losing weight. And this cycle contributes to the insulin resistance, which can lead to that weight gain, inflammation, and other metabolic issues. So we've heard about the gut-brain connection, right? Everybody can understand that if you are eating poor food and you have a poor diet lifestyle, you probably have some depression and some mental issues going on. There is a line, it is connected. There's nothing you can do about it but eat better so that your gut microbiome is more in balance. And so a healthy gut just isn't about digestion and getting rid of what your body can't use. It is the foundation for your whole body wellness. So the gut microbiome has recently been classified as actually a vital organ. So would you give your heart, would you give your lungs, would you give any other part of your body something that wasn't good for you, right? Especially when there's so many different connections. And the gut microbiome actually is multi-directional and a communication connection or axis with 12 other gut system axes within the body. And it works by communicating with the neuroendocrine, hormonal, immunological, and metabolic pathways. And you can see right there on the right, there is a gut brain, gut heart, gut lung, gut liver, gut pancreas. So our gut really is the foundation for everything. And if we are not treating our gut good with good supplements, good foods, and things like that, all of that can get thrown out of whack. So what is the solution to this? So instead of fighting your body with extreme diets, which we've learned with all of our training this summer on insulin resistance, medication by dieting or extreme medications like those nasty shots that have a black box warning. The key is to support its natural balance by prioritizing better sleep and stress relief, eating whole foods that stabilize glucose, using adaptogens and herbs, which all of our products have adaptogens and herbs that reduce stress-driven glucose spikes, and incorporating minerals. Minerals are missing from every food source because the earth is lacking all of that because of over farming, overproduction, pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, all of that stuff. And so that's where fulvic acid comes in. I'm always going to mention fulvic on the Diva call because I think it's foundational for everything. But incorporating minerals that improve that insulin sensitivity is going to be very beneficial. So the GLP-1 is the natural blood sugar support. Balanced blood sugar naturally, reduce the cravings and emotional eating, support digestion and liver detox. We're in the middle. We got 2 days left of our parasite detox right now. Lower the stress hormones, improve your sleep and metabolism for long-term results and health. And by supporting your metabolism naturally, you're going to create that healthy, sustainable path to energy, weight balance, and vitality without anything extreme. And you guys have seen my transformation on this personally, and I'm really not depriving myself of anything. So how does digestion affect the blood sugar and the weight? So that gut microbiome, think of those as like little chargers within your stomach, and it influences the insulin sensitivity, the fat storage, the detox, and the cravings. And if your gut is inflamed or imbalanced, your blood sugar is going to be too. And so your gut just isn't for digestion. It's the control center for blood sugar regulation. And then a balanced microbiome supports insulin sensitivity, while an imbalanced gut leads to blood sugar spikes, cravings, and then that stubborn fat storage again. So the gut pancreas connection, your gut bacteria communicate with your brain and your pancreas, impacting that insulin release, the fat storage, and the hunger signals. So pancreas is very involved with people with diabetes, and I know several on the call probably have that. I know there are people on the call that have diabetes. Leaky gut and insulin resistant. So we talked about leaky gut a couple weeks ago, but inflammation in the gut damages that intestinal lining, which allows those toxins that are in those processed foods to enter the bloodstream. And that's triggering an immune response that disrupts that insulin sensitivity. And then the inflammation blocks fat burning. An inflamed gut spikes that cortisol, leading to higher blood sugar levels, belly fat storage, and hormone imbalance. So there are 4 ways your gut impacts your blood sugar and your weight. And the gut microbiome is composed of trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms. And they play a crucial role in overall health, particularly in the metabolic area for your health. Dysbiosis or an imbalance in the gut microbiome has been linked to various metabolic disorders, including, like we just talked about, the diabetes, obesity, insulin resistance, and increased levels of beneficial gut bacteria like Akkermansia, muciniphila are linked to improved insulin sensitivity and then lowering that blood sugar level, indicating a great link between that gut health and the metabolic disease. So gut bacteria control and insulin sensitivity. Certain gut bacteria produce the short chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, which improves that insulin sensitivity and helps that glucose enter the cells properly. And if your gut microbiome is imbalanced, bad bacteria is going to take over. And the bad bacteria can take over a lot quicker than the good bacteria. And that's going to lead to that poor glucose control, increased fat storage, and stronger sugar cravings. And who knows what else leads to strong sugar cravings? Let me know in the comments if you remember that from another call. So recent studies have highlighted that individuals with higher levels of, yep, just got it, with higher levels of beneficial gut bacteria like Akkermansia tend to have better insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels. You guys write that word down and go to PubMed and other health journals and take a look at the benefits of that. Akkermansia. So then we have the gut health that affects the fat storage and hormones. I don't know if you guys remember the call that we did several weeks ago about where you're storing the fat within your body and how that can be a trigger for other diseases based on where that fat storage is. So we don't want fat storage. But your gut and liver are going to work together to regulate hormones like the insulin, the leptin, which is your like I'm satisfied hormone, and your hunger hormone. And when the gut bacteria are imbalanced, it leads to a leptin resistance, making it hard to feel full. How many of you have ever felt like you could eat for days and never be full? Well, that's kind of what's happening in this scenario right here. And it makes it harder to feel full, leading to overeating and weight gain. They say it takes about 20 minutes for the fullness of what you're eating to reach the brain. And so it's really important to eat slow. I know a gentleman that used to count every single chew when he would take a bite because he wanted to make sure that he had chewed it that many times to make it easier to digest, but also to increase the length of time it took him to eat. And the research insight from Cell Metabolism 2020 says an unhealthy gut microbiome can increase endotoxin levels, which promote the insulin resistance, fat storage, and metabolic disease. So it's all over the research, this insulin, and I'm so grateful that we are a company that brings it to the forefront before anyone else. I really did not see any other company talking this in depth about insulin until we did. We're kind of setting the pace for a lot of people. So GLP-1 is the natural blood sugar support, and the holidays can throw you into a tizzy. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite holiday traditions was going to my grandmother's house, and she had a stereo that was as long as the living room wall. And you lifted the lid and there was a record player in there. It had, when you lifted the lid, it had space for storage for the albums and everything. And every Christmas, that entire stereo console center, it was almost like a long credenza, was just filled with Christmas cookies and bourbon balls and Chex Mix. And oh, I can just almost taste it now. Holidays are great for that, right? But we want to make sure that we have something in our supplement line in our bodies that we can take every day to help fight that. And because they can throw your metabolism into complete chaos between all of the sugary treats, the skip meals, the stress, an increase in alcohol, your GLP-1 response takes a huge hit, leaving you tired, craving sweets, and storing more fat. And we've all been working really hard on losing that fat this summer. So we definitely do not want to be getting that back. But the GLP-1, the glucagon-like peptide 1, is your body's built-in regulator. And that helps you feel full longer, keeps your blood sugar balanced, boosts that fat metabolism for steady energy throughout the day, lower those cravings triggered by stress or emotional eating. And so here are your holiday warning signs. I mean, Halloween is in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you practice that, here comes the sugar season. Cravings for sweetened carbs after every meal. Energy crashes and afternoon fatigue. Who gets that 2 o'clock in the afternoon crash? Bloating and indigestion after heavy meals, holiday foods, brain fog, irritability, and mood swings. belly fat that won't budge, even with good eating, skin breakouts, inflammation, hormone swings, lower immune function. We are going into cold and flu season, and our insulin and sugar intake is directly correlated with your immune system, which is why you start seeing people getting sick, why the flu is such an epidemic through the winter months. And so it's very important if you want overall health, you're going to be very careful about what you choose to cheat with. Never say you're going to have a treat, because that's a positive reinforcement. It is not a treat, it is a cheat. Give it that negative connotation so that your mind is also kind of subconsciously working with you to avoid some of that. And so the gut GLP-1 connection, that gut bacteria talk directly with your brain and your pancreas, regulating that insulin and sugar. The inflammation from the sugar damages the gut lining, blocking the insulin sensitivity. And when gut health declines, cortisol rises, leading to that high blood sugar, fat storage, stress, lack of sleep. It just turns into a very vicious cycle. So holiday sugar survival, akkermansia, and the GLP-1 working together, my friends. And so during the holidays, the sugar overload, the stress, late night meals, the weird eating, the extra alcohol inflames that gut, weakens your natural GLP-1 response. And that's where the akkermansia muciniphila, your metabolic guardian, bacteria steps in. And when the akkermansia levels are strong, your body can and will repair and strengthen the gut lining after indulgence in meals, calm the inflammation that blocks insulin sensitivity, stimulate natural GLP-1 production for better blood sugar control, reduce those cravings and support your fat metabolism so your body stays in balance. And then a low akkermansia means slower metabolism, stronger cravings, more fat storage, everything's out of whack. But it truly is the holy grail. And it's an akkermansia blend. And I can't remember which product that is in, but it is specifically on the label of one of the products. And if anybody knows, let me know in the chat and I can chat that out. But it's also, akkermansia is also the gut bacteria found in every person over 100 years old that has been studied. That's how important that little gut bacteria is. So it's your feel-good bacteria. It protects your GLP-1 response, and your body will handle the holiday sugar the way it was designed to, naturally and efficiently. Now, that doesn't mean go cheat all day, every meal. You've got to, limit that still. So we are going to support our GLP-1 naturally, and your body already knows how to balance that blood sugar. It just needs the right support to do so. And that's where Paula and Alexandria come in, offering this amazing kit right here. And the goal isn't perfection through the holidays. Like, have those cheats, enjoy your time, enjoy those meals, but make sure that you are still taking time for the rest, the movement, exercising, taking your products. And when you nourish your gut with these and stabilize your GLP-1 response, you're going to notice less sugar cravings. You're going to notice better energy. You're going to notice steadier moods. And going into the holidays, for a lot of us, it is really a hard time of year anyway. And so if you already have some sort of seasonal sadness issue, then you really need to pay more attention to the to what you're eating and make sure that you lean more to the healthier side. Make sure that you're taking your GLP-1 daily. And then Mind Superfood would be another one that I would highly encourage you to start taking now, so it can start building up into your system as we start to approach the holiday blues. And so simple ways to start to support that during the holiday. Start your morning with some fulvic and hydration to keep your glucose stable. Pair carbs with protein or healthy fats to slow down sugar. Todd and I have been eating a half of an avocado with almost every meal. It's a simple way to get a healthy fat in. Avocados are great for you. You can season them up a little bit with some Italian dressing, salt, pepper, and it's just, I love avocados. You can chop them up and make a salsa, add it to different things. Prioritize those fiber-rich plant-based foods to feed that acromancy. Have some sort of healthy green veggies with every meal for snacks and things like that. And I know, like, for here in Iowa, January, February is really hard to get that sunshine, but try to get yourself 10 to 20 minutes of sunshine every single day. Just get out there and have yourself a little sun on your face, on your body. And that's going to really help to go for a walk, and help enhance that insulin sensitivity. So we are going to be supplementing wisely with the Slimmer Pro, the GlucoProtect, the Lemon X MCT for that targeted GLP-1 activation. So let's get into those three products. So your body already produces that GLP-1 to manage the cravings. It balances the energy, stabilizes the blood sugar, but during the holidays, that sugar overload, the stress, the lack of sleep, it's going to weaken that system. And that's why the GLP-1 system was created. It's a science-backed, stimulant-free ritual to help your body bounce back naturally. Now, I know if you are trying to lose weight, we take this several times a day. But for daily maintenance, if you just did this before your heaviest meal once a day, this is going to last you a lot longer. It's going to help you so much more with your sugar cravings and everything we've been talking about. But that GlucoProtect, it's balanced blood sugar and energy in a bag. It is a warm plant broth, delicious. I love to have it on a cold, rainy afternoon, especially. I'll have an extra serving or two of it when it's raining out. But it helps maintain the steady glucose levels, curb the cravings, support the insulin. It has 21 plant-based vitamins and minerals, including the CCQR300, Leptocore, and Microbiome X. It keeps energy balanced even through sugar and carb-heavy meals. If any of you have a glucose monitor, take your blood sugar, eat something that would increase your insulin, take your blood sugar again, and then take your glucose protect, and then take your blood sugar again 30 minutes later, and just see what happens. But let me know, because I don't have one of those. I need to get one. I know Troy talked about one on one of his calls that he did with me. Then we have the Slimmer Pro, which is activates the natural fat burning within your body, which if you're having insulin resistant issues, we already talked about that. You're going to go into fat storage. So this is going to make sure that you keep burning that fat. It features 5 clinically studied patented ingredients. That's the Dijofit, the Leptocore, the Slendicore, the Sensorol ashwagandha. That's your calming too. And the CCQR300 is in that as well. It's going to reduce the stress-related fat gain and emotional eating. That's going to come really from that Sensorol ashwagandha. It's going to support appetite control, mood, and metabolism all day long. I love Slimmer Pro too. I love the enhanced. I don't know what they've done from Slimmer Pro to Slimmer Max. They've added a couple ingredients, but I really like the flavor of this one over the Slimmer Pro. This is, yeah, right, Jess. It is amazing. Add a little drop of grapefruit essential oil to that to increase the fat burning, and it's so good. Then we have the Lemon X MCT. That's an amazing product. I take that, like, that's by my makeup stand. I take that with my black seed oil. Won't miss a day with that one. That combines xanthogen, which is a fast absorbing MCT oil, to boost that fat burning and liver detoxification. So I take that right after I brush my teeth, before I eat anything, get that liver some love right away in the morning. It's going to provide that clean, steady energy, perfect for late nights, travel, and holiday fatigue. Take an extra half dropper if you get tired in the afternoon. Keep one at your office desk if you go to work. And it really has a very mild hint of lemon. It's very refreshing. And you can add it to your coffees, your smoothies, your water, or you can just drop it under your tongue like we do with the black seed oil. So, like we said, it's backed by science. The GLP-1 system is not hype. It is clinically supported because we don't do hype here. We don't do quick fixes. We don't do hype. We don't do over exaggeration. Our products just work. They're at a price people can afford, and you're really not going to find a purity like this anywhere else. So each ingredient, let's talk about that. The xanthogen is the brown seedweed and the pomegranate, and an average weight loss of 14.2 pounds in 16 weeks with, now, did you hear that, you guys? 16 weeks. Again, not a quick fix, right? Improved liver function and metabolic health. Then we have the Slendicore, which is turmeric, moringa, and curry leaf, shown to decrease body fat and reduce BMI in overweight adults. Then we have the Leptocore that is in there, supports satiety hormones and curbs emotional eating by regulating appetite signals. We have the Cissus CQR300, which enhances insulin sensitivity and reduces inflammation for better glucose control. Right there. That's so key. And then again, the ashwagandha, since ashwagandha is in quite a few of our products, I know it's in mind, body, and soul also, but that's going to help lower the cortisol levels, reduce the stress-related fat gain, and then boost your overall resilience. And why does this matter during the holidays? Well, your metabolism cannot thrive on sugar spikes and stress. It just can't. And these ingredients work synergistically to calm your inflammation that triggers the holiday cravings and fat storage. Rebalance those hormones that control hunger and energy. Protect that liver so that it can process sugar and toxins more efficiently. And if you have not done a liver cleanse yet, please get one done. We've got another one coming up at the end of the month. I'll talk about the dates here, but please do one before the holidays. I don't want you to add more chemicals and toxic buildup into your body if your liver is and detox pathways are not open. Would you please promise me you will do a liver detox, even if it's just the Soul Superfood, lemon essential oil, and olive oil shot every morning before you have anything else to eat. Even if you just do that, it will help you. It's not going to be as thorough as the liver cleanse, but it's going to be beneficial to you to get those detox pathways open. So we're going to calm that inflammation that triggers the holiday cravings and fat storage. We're going to rebalance those hormones and control hunger and energy. We're going to protect that liver so it can process sugar and toxins more efficiently. We're going to support steady fat burning and mood throughout the day. And again, not a quick fix, not a fad. This is just science supporting your body's natural design to restore balance and energy, even when life and dessert tables get busy. I love a good dessert table. I'm sorry, I do. So the results are here's the proof. This works. Y'all, I started out this in April at about 160 pounds. I'm pretty sure I was over that, but I'm just going to go on the low side. In June, I think it was, May, I tried my prom dress on. I couldn't get it up past my hips before. This is not zipped there, but I had already lost 18 pounds. That was June. So I started April. In June, I'd lost 18 pounds, went down to 138 in July, and I'm now about 122, 125 pounds, bouncing kind of right there. You can see the transformation, that picture on the far left, of course, and that was, I think that picture on the left was before I stopped drinking. So there's added inflammation in my face and in my features there. But still, I was at 160 pounds even after stopping drinking. I'd lost quite a bit, but I gained it back. I've been on these products for a long time. The GLP-1 is the only thing that has changed. in what I take with these products that has helped me release those extra pounds on my body. And I feel absolutely fantastic. And we were talking stress earlier. It's been, as most of you know, it's been a rough week for me, but I've not been overly stressed. And I just owe it to these products. I know these products are helping me get through that. And then, of course, my essential oils grief that I've been using every day. So, with your GLP-1 kit, with your liver cleanse kit, with the parasite cleanse kit, any order over 100 CB, that's internal language, just ask whoever invited you to the call what that means and how to get it. But if you're a brand new customer for the month of October, this is going to be something that you get for free. You're going to get 3 of these brand new sticks. And let me tell you, that Craving Crusher really helps. It helps so much with those cravings that are going to come up. That should be your go-to go. We should hashtag that, seriously. Your go-to go for the holidays is going to be that Craving Crusher. And I just saw a testimony from my friend Susie Brown. She woke up with severe pain behind her eyeball that went into her temple and up into her scalp. And even after she got out of the shower, she used the migraine relief one, and she had about a 90% improvement just by inhaling it. She used it 4 times, and that severe pressure that she had in her head was about 90% gone. So, people get really, really finicky about their essential oils, and they really should, because if you have an adulterated essential oil, if you don't have a pure product, if there were chemicals that were used during the growth season or even through harvesting, and if it's not even processed right, you're not going to have a good quality, strong, pure, potent product. And I've got a couple essential oils from different companies in my office, and every now and then I will do a test with them, and ours wins hands down every time for energy, frequency, vibration, purity, potency, everything. And that's what's in the go-go sticks. I kind of went off on a tangent there, sorry. And this is one of my favorite kits from our sister company, Go to Sauna. Can you believe that you get 1 very large bottle of essential oil, 2 smaller bottles of essential oil, and a black seed oil for $70? So Naoli is gentle and it seldom irritates, which makes it suitable for use on children. It helps to promote the formation of new tissue. It should not be underestimated. Now, this, I can tell Alexandra wrote this. This is right from the product information page. And it should be the first choice when treating abrasions, cuts, and skin blemishes. So grab you some of that if you've got any skin blemishes. Then Gentle Change is our oil of the month. So over at Go to Sauna, I love this program, love it so much. They have how you get those subscription boxes, like Rose gets the puppy one, every month she gets a treat and a toy or something that comes in the mail. This is the same concept, only for your health. And you can put this on an auto order if you like. You can set it up one time. You can do it the whole year and take an entire journey through the seasons of success. Gentle Change is the Seasons of Success essential oil for the month of October, which is perfect for October, right? The earth is changing, the sky is changing, the sun pattern is changing, the trees and the flowers are changing, and we are changing. We are getting ready to go into a time of our emotions and stuff where it's rest, relaxation, repair, as we get ready to bloom again in the spring. Gentle Change is that essential oil that's going to help you do that. Black seed oil, like we can't talk enough love about black seed oil. It's traditional herb. There's over 800 PubMed studies on the benefits of this. It is said by others in the wellness world that it cures everything but death. So I think that alone should be worth $70 and then get the 3 oils for free, but it's not. If you want to buy the black seed oil individually, you can for 25, 26. And then Align essential oil is kind of a foundational essential oil for everything. And it's one of our most popular products and a favorite of our formulator, Alexandria. It's great, like I said, as a foundation oil to relax and prepare the body to assimilate other oils more effectively. Now, isn't that cool? It's kind of like the prime the pump for your body before you use other essential oils. If you apply Align first, then everything else is going to work better. Not only that, if you've not seen the Align video where it shows the blood cells actually improving after use of Align, please reach out to whoever invited you to take a look at that. It's pretty powerful. Right after this call, if you've not been, oops, I went too far. Let me go back one. Sorry, Marcus. So Marcus, we need a new headshot. That, Marcus, I don't know how much weight you have lost, but you look fantastic. And I think this picture is a great comparison photo that we should probably do a side-by-side on. But Coach Marcus is one of our amazing, amazing leaders. I just love this man so much. He has he's got a talk that he does directly after me at 8:00 p.m., about 15 minutes. Yeah, who wants to get rich? Who wants to help a lot of people and be paid for it? I think that's such an amazing blessing. But that's One Team, One Dream, Hangout.com. He's going to talk about the benefits of the financial side and how you can share and earn, get your products for free. I bought a farm because I love this industry so much. And my next goal is to retire my husband. And I always say, dream bigger. You're worth more than what your biggest dream is. So with that, I just want to thank you all for coming on. Marcus, if you can't tell, I couldn't bring myself to do another replay this week. I had to go build a new presentation for tonight in the last minute. But I love talking about this stuff. I love that you guys want to show up. Love educating. And so I'm just so grateful for your attention. If tonight's call, open your eyes. This is an old screen I just copied. It says, I'm gauging interest. I'm doing another liver and parasite cleanse. Yeah, Marcus left his corporate job 4 weeks ago. And thank God he had a plan B to fall back on because it was not voluntary. And so we're going to be doing one final liver and parasite cleanse. I had so many people reach out that they were so sad that they missed this round. And if you're doing the cleanse this time, please do it again because you're not fully cleaned out. You still got more to do. So the next liver cleanse will start October 29th. Look at this. I'm already playing tricks with you because if a liver cleanse starts on October 29th and we have to go through November 10th, what are you all going to be missing out on? That Halloween candy. Now I'm going to see what I can come up with for Christmas and Thanksgiving for you too. So we're going to be cleansing over Thanksgiving and and 2 birthdays. Yep, mine's at the end of December. So we will be cleansing and detoxing over the Halloween. So there you go. No peanut butter Reese's cups for you. No popcorn balls. That's the hardest one for me. I love popcorn balls. So anyway, thank you all for your time, your attention. Thank you for being such amazing people. And most of all, thank you for the love this week. It was appreciated. Bye-bye.